It's quieter than I expected.
It's corrupted, but still familiar. This is Castrum Kremnos.
Times really have changed. Even Nikador's own lands are on the verge of collapse. I haven't seen any sign of Titankin.
If even half of Castrum Kremnos' old might remains, it would mean that a Goliath sent us to our deaths. This is the outer city corridor. It used to be heavily guarded by soldiers. Even with the two of us working together, we wouldn't have made it past 30 steps. Think whatever you want.
Yeah, Kremnos used to be the place every warrior longed for. Kind of a shame you didn't live in that era full of strong warriors, eh, Mydei? If all the heroes of the past hadn't fallen one after another, I wouldn't be the only worthy opponent you have left.
Are you scared? It's still not too late to run.
No, I'm just thinking about the warriors who also braved this very corridor in the past. They all ventured towards the city of the Lance of Fury, all just to set their names in gold. The fortress may be in ruins now, but what we're about to do is no different from what they were striving for back then. Let's go. We'll take back the core flame of strife, or die in Kremnos. Those are the only two paths to glory we can choose from. How does it feel to be home again after so long?
Not here. I lived in the inner city.
Oh, as befitting of the Crown Prince of Kremnos. Trienne, the road ahead is dangerous. You should stay here and find a safe place to hide. We'll return once we complete our mission. Then we'll have to trouble you to use the Sentry Gate again, alright?
Got it! Hide so the baddies can't find me.
Trienne has sacrificed a lot for Emphorius. By the way, aren't you going to tell him any stories about Castrum Kremnos? Aren't you worried I'll tell him all the historical myths you despise?
I'd like to see you try.
It's exhausting talking to you sometimes. Castrum Kremnos has been Nikador's territory since ancient times. It's a massive, moving fortress that surrounds the Titan, built by their followers. In the age before the Lance of Fury fell from grace, Castrum Kremnos would follow the lance into battle after battle. It's a city that enforces strict discipline and reveres military might. Compared to that, the customs of my home feel very unsophisticated. It seems enemies aren't the only things stopping us. This bridge has fallen into disrepair. I suppose even Kremnoan craftsmanship can be unreliable sometimes.
Sorry to disappoint, but the outer city was built by convicts.
No wonder it's so fragile. Maybe these people were taking their grievances out on you.
Doesn't matter. There's no shame in resistance here, whether it's from an adversary or a convict on death row.
Except now, it's stopping the people trying to kill Nikador. It's moments like this that make me miss Treeby's power. Oh, Treeby taught you how? I have to say that the ability to perform miracles is innate. Without a priest's resonance, an ordinary person would fall into a coma after chanting the first few words of the prayer. But since you volunteered, please be my guest. Amazing! You do have the touch! And it's broken again. I guess even a Titan's power isn't enough to stabilize this bridge.
Just like the soul of a criminal. Fragile.
Look! In the sky! That...
The Blade of Fury. Even if the world lay shattered, it would still hang high above everyone's head.
It's magnificent.
You haven't seen it at its most magnificent. That's the giant sword Nikador used to destroy Aquila's heavenly kingdom long ago, followed by one city-state after another. It's not just a weapon. It's the faith of the Kremnoan people. Souls who died heroically on the battlefield will further temper the blade in Nikador's hand, becoming a part of the God King's power. Such is the Titan's conquest. Nikador, the Titankin, and the people who have faith and strife sweep away all their enemies. Even in death, they embrace eternal glory.
I think you're exaggerating a little. I can think of at least 3 losses suffered by Castrum Kremnos in the Chrysos War just off the top of my head.
There's no shame in losing to those who conspire and plot in secret. Those weak and despicable individuals are the ones who should be ashamed.
True. Better to die in battle than return even in glory. The Kremnoan people have always been straightforward. They spend their whole lives running to the battlefield. No wonder Zagreus loves teasing you. But that's all in the past. Guess what I'm thinking, Mydei?
Probably nothing good. Keep it simple.
This isn't just an expedition. It's also a battle to determine a victor. Since we're already here, why don't we have a match and fight to our heart's content? Just you and me. Let's recreate the original Kremnos festival. Show me what the grandest fighting competition in Castrum Kremnos was like. Let's gild this expedition with another layer of glory, and compete to see who can kill the most crazed Titankin. How about it?
What's the prize?
The privilege of delivering the final blow to Nikador.
Interesting. I accept your challenge.
I know Mydei. He prefers to fight alone. There are 2 paths ahead. You and I will take the same one. We won't compete on who's fastest, but on the number of trophies. So we'll each be responsible for our own tally. Don't worry. I won't add his kills to my own count.
Doesn't matter to me, even if you do. You don't know the lay of the land. So I'll give you a 10-step head start.
He already thinks he's won. But I won't decline the offer either. Let's get going.
Why are you still standing?
Returning the favor. 10 steps are too many. You can have one back. Made it. Hopefully the enemies on this side are worthy of our combined might. Finally, opponents who look like they can put up a fight. Let's go. We're going to win this competition. That's 2 down. Not a bad start. We fought them together, so naturally I can only take half the credit. That's what I call fair play. Don't worry, Mydei is strong, and so am I. Did you see the look in his eyes? He's racked by homesickness, and doesn't want to show it to anyone else. Nothing is more important to Mydei than his people and glory. The city may be in ruins, but Kremnos is still the only place where he can be free. Now that we've sent him away, he can go have a good cry wherever he wants. We've been both friends and foes since the day we met. Working with him always brings out my competitive side.
Why are you just standing there? Giving up already?
What do you know? We're talking strategy here. Let's go. The competition might not be the real goal, but I still really hate losing. Whoa. That's impressive. Hollowing an iron chain onto the path leading to the giant sword on the other side? This is more like it! Huh? When did you get over there?
I told you before you don't know the lay of the land in this city. And just so you know, I'm at 6.
Whoa! Seems like luck is on your side. Our path was a little lax on security. Not to worry, though. I'll catch up once we cross this iron chain bridge.
Assuming you can get across. Do you see the lightning bolt striking the chain?
Doesn't look like ordinary lightning, which means mindlessly running across would spell certain death. There happens to be a prophecy tablet here, though. Let's go take a look. Great. Should be. How's it going?
Mere lightning won't stop a warrior in Castrum.
Whoa! You're nimbler than I thought.
Worry about yourself. There's an endless abyss below us.
You practically have 9 lives, and on top of that, you're lucky. I'm almost jealous. That was a close one. Thankfully, we both have a remarkable sense of balance. So, this is a lounge. It feels out of place. Maybe this is where all the warriors in the path... This is... a proverb slate. It doesn't look like the rest of the things that were left behind. It looks kind of new, in fact. Who would have left this here? I can't read the runes either. It must be written in an ancient language of Castrum Kremnos. There you go. Don't worry. We have an expert next door. We can show it to Mydei when we group back up. Though that does remind me. I've been wondering how you can understand the language and writing we use in Amphorius when you're from beyond the sky. Did Amphorius have more dealings with worlds beyond the sky than we thought? But nothing like this was ever recorded in our historical material. Maybe your arrival will overturn many things we thought we knew. It's a gadget that records your voice. People don't like this sort of thing nowadays. Why don't you hold on to it? It makes a sound when you shake it. Should make for an interesting collectible. Give you something to show for your trip. Regular old bits and pieces. Nothing. There's a thick layer of dust. Guess no one... You've likely seen them in Okhema. They look the same as anyone else. They just have tradition. Well, we've turned over every nook and cranny. It's time to move on. Wait, what's that creature doing? It's trying to stop us. Killed its own comp. They truly have no honor to speak. The road ahead is blocked by the iron ball. Can you call upon Ornyx's miracle? What did I tell you? I get especially lucky when I'm with you. This instrument stabilizes the... Relax. If something should happen to you, I'll be sure to pass on your last words to Dunhung, my friend. Don't worry. Different about you already. That's it! Nice work! From the sound of things, we're about to lose if we don't step it up. Careful. We're getting very close to the Blade of Fury. This is the center, all right. That's a sizable formation. My thoughts exactly. You have the heart of a fighter, my friend. If the records are correct, directly beneath the Blade of Fury lies the world-renowned Kremnos Arena. The path before us leads either to glory or to death. Of course, glory is ours, and death is... Now on the duel of gladiators, stage for terror!
Initiate cleanup.
What a savage hit! The baseballer shows no mercy to their enemies! Can you hear that? The crowd's roaring in approval!
Take your positions.
Marvelous teamwork! These two gladiators!
Everything in this world.
Also contested the noise from outside the arena. How are you horses? With their exceptional strength and perfect teamwork, these two gladiators have bested every opponent!
Glory they've been striving for, it's not...
How disappointing. No sign of the Titan at all.
They're most likely in the Soul Fortune zone. The path is right behind you.
Thanks! What about you?
I'll take the other path. It's...
Well, it's not every day you see a view like this. Go ahead, capture. So, that friend of yours, her name is March. You guys mentioned her name in the Vortex of Genesis earlier. I must say, her name is pretty unconventional, wouldn't you agree? You must really value your friendship with her to go through all this effort to document the journey for her. That's unfortunate. Honestly, seeing how you both look out for your friend has furthered my trust in you. A person's true character often comes to light in their friendships. Most of what my teacher taught me has slipped away, but this sentence is still vivid in my memory. Especially in these tumultuous times, friends who you can trust completely are a rare and precious find. Let's keep going. We can't let Mighty Mouse get too full of himself. The prophecy tablet might be able to unlock that closed gate. There, all done. Let's move on. According to Mighty, we need to go deeper into Castrum Kremnos. But there's another exit here. Maybe we can use the iron ball to smash through the roadblock. Hopefully it leads to Castrum Kremnos' treasure vault. There's one upstairs. Maybe choose any path you like. It's entirely up to you. Why is this staircase blocked? Weird to think that people lived here. A fallen titan, soulless kin, and a desolate fortress. This place has fallen pretty far from the way people remember it. We meet again. What's your count so far?
30.
That's not too far off. We still stand a chance. I just remembered. We came across a slate with inscriptions in an ancient language of Castrum Kremnos. Could you help translate it?
Is it beyond your knowledge and the Church's story?
Sadly, yes. You are my only hope now.
You just keep having fun. I've got better things to do.
Huh, there's another mural up ahead. Wanna take a closer look? Looks like they're creating Titan, crafting a body from rough stones. No wonder Castrum Kremnos. How did you beat us here again? But there are still plenty of enemies around.
I gave you two this final chance on purpose.
Well, how generous of you. This is...
That's right. But by the...
Then we must act quickly. We'll be meeting up with Mighty soon. Want to clean up this area and increase our trophy count? Victory or defeat. It all comes down to this. Path is cut off. Hold your horses! Enough joking. This might come in handy. The stone tape. Simply put, Zagreus is the Titan of trickery, thievery, deception. That Titan has fallen. But they left bewitching hands scattered all over the world. I don't normally approve of this, but given the circumstances... So many stones here. wonder how many war machines can be built with all of this. After today, slumbering here forever. This should work now. Let's just hope no more strange mechanisms get in our way. Look, someone's getting impatient. Apologies, but somewhat...
Enough chatter. Show me your towel.
Looks like we won!
Well, I'm a man of my word.
Wait. On second thought, let's change the stakes. You can just share half your...
The real question is, well, here... There's just a faint scent.
Wow! Look!
Show some respect. This is Chrysius Leo was the top advisor in Castrum Kremnos. Sadly, he has lost his voice.
Mighty Moss, Crum.
Leo, after all these years, you're still awake.
I could never.
Please, teacher, share your wise counsel with me.
Crown Prince, Castrum Kremnos has lost everything. Its people, traditions, and most importantly, its glory.
To survive, our people have migrated, and our traditions have faded with time. But glory, even though it has vanished into the mist and its walls have crumbled, Castrum Kremnos has never forsaken the glory of its warriors. Why say otherwise?
Our god has completely lost their sanity. No longer a revered symbol of war, they have fallen and are now plotting an evil scheme. I urge you, Mighty Moss, to put an end to their endless suffering. Allow them to die as a warrior. They must go with honor.
Teacher. Teacher.
Mighty, let him rest. He must be exhausted.
Perhaps those were just the delirious words of a dying lion.
Hold on. This is the slate that I mentioned earlier. We couldn't decipher it. Maybe it's connected to the scheme the old lion mentioned.
Hand it to me. No. Nikador would never.
That explains the surprise attack on Okhema. I didn't think that the Mad Titan could have orchestrated it.
Okhema is on the brink of destruction. Someone needs to go back and rescue them.
No. We need to press on and finish our mission.
Are you blinded by glory? As I said before, victory only lies in assembling a full-fledged army.
We're just one step away from Nikador. Defeat the source of the evil and the threat will vanish on its own. Just like that decisive strike, there is no turning back for us. Nikador could drive Okhema to the brink of ruin. But we can do the same to them. Besides, I have faith in Aglaya and Treeby. With 2 demigods and our allies watching over Okhema, they should be more than capable of protecting the Holy City.
All right. I'll trust your judgment this time. Let's hope we don't end up in an abyss of regrets. Nikador, has your divine body truly been hollowed out by the hands of madness? Have you completely forsaken your dignity as a warrior? Sweltering heat. The Titan's wrath has set the air ablaze.
Yeah, we're getting pretty close. It's getting even hotter. Is this place still in use?
After we pass through here, we'll reach the soul forging zone.
The heat is unbearable. On second thought.
Be careful.
You're right. It was my decision to keep pushing forward. And with him here, we're sure to complete our mission and return safely. Just like the path ahead. Even though it's completely dilapidated, it will still lead us to our final
Let me smash it.
Hold your horses. Don't waste your energy here. Use your hand. Looks like we'll need to use the hand again. Look out! An enemy!
Put your sword.
All hail, Nikador, immortal soul of
Titankin, let me ask you this. Is Castrum Kremnos planning to destroy Okhema? What do you propose?
all hail, immortal soul.
It is indeed rational.
Immortal soul of... Let's keep going.
Aren't you going to take...
If you see it as a threat,
Sculpt and indestruct the all-powerful Nikador.
An indestructible buff. The Nikador that attacked Okhema was only a double.
by the end of the war, Nikador had succumbed. Creating doubles for themselves might have stabilized their power.
They seem to have forfeited all their dignity as a warrior. Leading your people away from here was the right choice, Mydei.
There's no need to glorify my choice, Deliverer. It was just a self-imposed exile that cost me my What if the Titankin's words are true?
Speaking of indestructible bodies, you're quite the expert in that area yourself.
You talk too much.
Did I ever tell you the Chrysos heirs are all endowed with unique powers? Legend has it that Mydei, the invincible crown prince of Kremnos, has a talent for defying death. I've given up on figuring out the logic of these minions. They're just pure chaos.
No matter. You and I will soon bring this madness to a close. Are you ready, Deliverer?
Always. Bearing the core flame of strife has been my deep-seated desire. We're so close to the fall of a Titan. It feels unreal.
Don't think of them as a god. It's just you, me, and them. Warriors in a fight to the death.
That oppressive feeling from earlier. It's back. Do you feel it? But that bluster is no longer pure. It's mingled with scent, blood, the cries of lost souls. The fate I've been hoping for lies behind this door.
You insisted that we come here. Now, show us that cursed resolve.
But how can I pretend that this is just an ordinary battle? my mission, and purpose all depend on this. Can you forget the suffering of your people and your corroded homeland?
Never. But I've learned a method you probably wouldn't understand. All that anger and regret I feel right now, I've learned to control them and hone them into a razor-sharp weapon for my use. It has a simple name: intent to kill.
You really are a beast. But right now, perhaps it's best for us to submit to the beasts inside.
Corrupted God! Face me and meet your doom! I am a son of Kremnos, and a Chrysos heir of the prophecy. And I now offer you the fairest deal. I trade 1,000 scars and 100 lives of mine for your glorious death!
I may not be able to fight like you. Do battle in my own way and bring down this god!
No hiding behind those pathetic doubles!
Finally ready to use yourself hiding. Wrath of humanity, corrupted God!
You're already near their end! Shatter the armor of strife! Strip away the core blade!
Immortal wretch. How amusing.
Souls of war are amassing in the skies above Kremnos, surging toward the Blade of Fury. They have no intention of winning the fight. Instead, they're using death after death to temper their blade. Even with 100 deaths, they've resolved to pierce through Kefali's body.
All their honor is gone. How did the god of our tribe fall so low? Deliverer, here is your moment. I'll hold him off here and keep him from wielding the Blade of Fury. You need to head back and notify the two demigods.
Are you out of your mind, facing the Titan alone? I'm staying too. Friend, please.
Get lost! Do you have to make me say this? I must stay here. Not for Okhema's safety, but to settle the score with my god. Even if immortality is a curse, it shouldn't be used so despicably. Go, Deliverer. Your battlefield lies elsewhere.
Stay strong. Try not to get killed too many times.
Finally, some peace. You and I, two warriors rejected by death. Is there any contest more fair than this? Come forth, the king who has never claimed his throne, against the god who has fallen from grace. How perfectly matched we are! Let's battle till the world's final